She's 78, shares expenses with her boyfriend, and wants to retire. Will she be okay? All right, this is a pretty interesting one. One of y'all had sent this to me, so let me hold on just a second. We get Finney. And I forgot who sent this to me, but appreciate that. It's a good article, actually. And who wrote this? Alessandra. Yeah, Alessandra Melito. I had written this 4 days ago. All right, so here she is. I'm sure that's not really her. And there's old Ben Franklin with his weird-looking eyes. I've never been a big fan of old Ben there. All right. So let's see what she says. She wants to retire next year in February 2022. She'll be 78. Her total income right now is $65,000. So we take $65,000 and we say that's her total income, which includes Social Security. She currently saves about 41% of her salary. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take $65,000. We're going to subtract out $17,000 because later on she says that's what her Social Security is. All right, so this is like one of those word problems you had to do on the SATs, which, I hated them. But we've got to take out $17,000 because she says her total income is $65,000, including Social Security. So we know her salary is not including that. So her total income is what, $48,000. Her total salary is $48,000. All right. So we know right out of the gate, $48,000 is her total salary. $17,000 is her Social Security. So we're just going to make a broad, I'm not going to bring up right cap or anything, I just don't want to, but we're going to make a broad assumption that she's roughly in the 12% tax bracket because she is single, because she has a boyfriend, not a husband. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to say she pays 7.65 on that 48%, right? 7.65 to Social Security and Medicare and all that. So $48,000 times 7.65. And that's 3,672. All right, so 3,672 minus 48,000. So 44,000 is what she nets off her salary. All right, so 44,328 because she pays FICA taxes on her salary. But she's $65,000 as her income. We're going to give her roughly an 11% tax bracket because she's in the 22% tax bracket. Effective tax bracket we'll say is roughly 11%. There is a tax torpedo and whatnot, but 65,000, and I'm just not going to bring up right capital, but minus 11%, that's 57. So 57,850. Minus the, so she's basically bringing in about $54,000 a year, all right, net of taxes and Social Security. I mean, net of taxes and FICA. So her income is $54,000 a year, net of taxes and FICA. Let's keep reading. All right. She says she's saving 41% of her salary. All right. So we got her salary. What do we say? Is $48,000, and she's saving 41% of that. So she's saving roughly $20,000 of her salary as her savings. Okay, gotcha. Good. All right, so she's saving $20,000. So we know for a fact that of the $54,000 she's bringing in after taxes and FICA, $17,000 is Social Security, $20,000 is saving. All right, so we take 54. I'll show this in a second. Minus 17,000. Oops, 54,000 minus 17,000. Minus 20,000. So she needs $17,000 a year to live on, I think. Let's keep, yeah, okay, good. So let me show you what I'm doing here. So her total income is $65,000 is what we're saying her total income is, but her salary is only $48,000 because she says she'll get $17,000 Social Security next year. I assume is what she's getting this year too. I don't know why that'd be different. So after taxes and FICA, she's bringing home $54,000. $17,000 is what her Social Security is paying of that $54,000. $20,000 is what she's saving, which leaves us $17,000 total. That she's basically what her salary is giving her, if that makes sense. So her salary is $17,000. That's kind of what I'd say to keep her current lifestyle. That's what she needs. She needs her portfolio to give her $17,000 because that's what she's getting right now for working. She's bringing home $17,000 when you factor in taxes and the amount of money she's saving that she's using to spend on other things for her expenses. Hope that makes sense. So when you factor in how much do we have to replace her income in order to meet the expenses as she has after her savings, about $17,000. It's just a matter of, just logically speaking here. All right. She's got 135,000 in retirement and 82,000 in savings. Okay, and she expects to have another 15 by the end of by February. All right, so we take she'll have 150 plus 82, 150 plus 82, $232,000 is what she'll have. All right, gotcha. Her boyfriend, who she lives with, shares expenses. He has me in his will for another $50,000 should he pass. We're going to consider that. Well, be okay for a few years. Okay, so she's got $232,000. All right, so let's just look at this. She's 78 years old. Life expectancy for a 78-year-old person, I don't know. We'll just say it's 8 years, something like that. So we could look it up. Just don't feel like doing that right now. But 232. All right, 232. Divide by 17, she'll have 13 years. Yeah, she'll be fine. So she has $232,000. She divides by 17,000 because that's essentially what we think she needs. She'll have 13 years ahead of her. So she'll die if she just taking without even getting any growth on this money, just leaving it in a savings account. She'll have enough money to survive until she's 90 plus 78, until she's 91. 0.64 years old, so she's fine. And then, assuming her boyfriend died, she gets 50,000 there too. We don't know what the expenses she'll need after her boyfriend dies. She has no debt, by the way. I think that's what she said. Let's see. I thought she said she has no debt. I have no debt. I live in share expense with my boyfriend. I'm pretty frugal, and I don't spend much. Yeah, she's gonna be fine. So let's see what Alessandra says. Without even getting any growth here, this is a no-brainer. It's definitely not the mode. Dear reader, it depends. Are you going to be okay? Before you get angry or discouraged, there are many variables that go in, blah, blah, blah. All right, we don't have all the numbers, blah, blah, blah. Suggest work with a financial planner. Okay. Also know your savings rate is absolutely phenomenal. Oh, yeah, man, come on. There are the reason her savings rate is phenomenal is she doesn't spend much. There are many okay. It's great that you're frugal. All right, so let's see. I'm not sure why you asked for a few years, but if it's a question of longevity for you or your partner, that can really vary. Either way, if that means 5 to 10 years, then most likely yes, 5 to 7 years. However, the longer the time period, the more uncertain the outcome becomes. All right, it's great that you're frugal if you're doing it naturally, not because you feel you can't afford another lifestyle. Okay, if nothing changes for her or her boyfriend's lifestyle, she should be able to make her savings and income last about 10 years and give her the necessary rates of distribution to maintain her current standard of living. Well, how did you get that off this? I don't get that because I'm coming up with 17,000 of what she needs. I'm not sure why Dana here. You know why, don't you? Because Dana's saying she has 65,000 income, 17,000 is coming from Social Security. So let's take a look. We got 262,000. Dana is going to assume that $65,000 of income minus 17,000 Social Security. She needs $48,000. Well, I guess you'd have to factor in a little bit of tax. So let's just say Dana's going to say 80% of her current salary is what she's going to say. So that's what I'm saying. You don't use these rule numbers. You just kind of back reverse engineer it. So not sure why Dana's saying 10 years. She should be able to make her savings income last about 10 years given the necessary rates of distribution. I think it'd be more than that, but I'm not all that concerned. I also try not to account for the unknown expenses. Healthcare and long-term care expenses can be quite expensive. Oh my goodness. Everyone is this whole thing is healthcare and long-term care, dude. It's not just what is she gonna do, man? Keep working because she's worried about healthcare and long-term care. Healthcare costs will continue to rise each year and only gets more expensive the older person it gets. Try to assess what these costs might be. Well, how do you do that? What is she supposed to do? Work till she's 88? Come on, man. I'd also like to touch on the investments you currently have. Because of your age, your investment goals should be for preservation. Focus on fixed income like bonds. You might want to consider working with a financial planner. They talk a lot about investing in various index funds and stuff. This person crunched numbers, and assuming the figures you provided were gross, meaning before taxes, he estimated that you might require a 12% withdrawal rate on your total savings. Yeah, right here. Okay, good. Oh, he's coming up with he did this by assuming your work earnings are 48,000 and subtracting your savings rate. Yeah, but Your work earnings are 48,000. It's taking away your savings rate, which we said is about 20,000 bucks, which leaves you an additional income of 28,000 bucks. I mean, yes, but you're not taking taxes. You're not taking FICA in there. It's weird, man. You don't need. Anyway, I don't like that. Come on, can we make this simpler for people, please? And they talk a lot about investing. So generated, just the whole investing thing is just silly in this case because at the end of the day, it's not what drives this. It's not. Another option, annuity. So this is where I can't keep in mind that it would be required to take minimum distribution, strong review to estate plans. Well, I agree with that. If one of you owns a home, I agree with that. That's good. So that's pretty good. All right. Anyway, they take up half the thing just talking about investing. Look, man, at the end of the day, just dump it in your freaking savings account, put it in a Ginnie Mae and be done with it, man. I mean, you don't need growth. We got to get it to capital preservation for sure, but it'll take 3 paragraphs to talk about 15% small cap just bores me. Yeah, she'd be fine. Anyway, so Miss 78-year-old, you're going to be fine. All right, we'll see you. Like to hear your thoughts. Thanks.